Right. Welcome to the Sword and Shield Maintenance Show. I was out on the range today all day, had 3 amazing clients today. Couldn't have been more happier with the end result of today. Sorry I couldn't get any content while we were on the range. When I'm out there and I'm instructing, I really give all my focus to what we're doing in my students. I don't, take time to take videos and stuff like that while I'm trying to instruct. If I'm able to get videos of them while they're shooting, I'll do that. But typically, when I'm on the range, it's all about me focusing on the range and what we're doing with my clients. So I've had 2 questions being asked lately, about weapons maintenance and do I store my weapons loaded? So that's a 2-parter. First part is, yes, PMCS on your weapons is absolutely important. PMCS, pre-maintenance checks and services, right? Why do we do that? We keep our weapons clean, we keep our weapons dry, when we're not using them, and when we go to oil them up, we use them, whatever, get back, wipe them down. So you can tell I'm all black and grimy if I'm in cleaning, my Q-tips are disgusting. That's just a sign of being on the range, having a good day on the range when you come home and you clean. If I can do, typically what I do, I know I was asked, do you clean them, before you leave the range or after you get home, or do you leave them put up for a couple of days? Typically what I do is I do a quick little field clean while I'm there on the range before I put everything up in my vault before I take off. And when I come home, I take everything out of the truck, I bring it inside, and I wipe it down, break it apart, field strip everything, get everything down to the nook and crannies, and get in there and, with your bore brush, or like if you have a snake, get in your barrels with your snake, and just make sure everything is clean. It's a tool, and tools don't operate properly if they're all gunked up and muddy and disgusting, and, your barrels are, full of carbon or whatnot. You need to take care of your tools. If you want them to take care of you when the time is right, or when you definitely need them, you want them to operate properly. So the only way for them to operate properly is if you're operating them properly. You need to get out there and clean them. So yes, I do a field clean before I leave the range, and when I come home, I go through everything and break everything down and clean it. Just got through cleaning the M4. Love this weapon, it's my favorite. But no, take everything apart, strip it down, and get it nice and clean on the inside, because you want your babies to be pretty. You want them to operate for you. 2-parter. Second part of that question was, do I store my weapons loaded? Yes, I do. And the reason why I do that is I keep them secure. I have a vault, and I have a truck vault, and I have other places throughout my house where I keep my weapons, but they're not. You can't use them if they're not loaded, right? Like if someone was to break into your house and you had to get your gun, and you had to tell the guy, hey, look, hold on one second, I gotta load my stuff up real quick, and I gotta go get in the box, and it's in the closet under some blankets. Then I gotta load my magazines. They're ineffective, okay? And again, it's a tool. It needs to be an effective tool. It needs to be ready for you to use it when you need to use it. So do I store my stuff loaded? Absolutely. I clean everything, I break everything down, put everything back together, and right before I put it up, I always make sure I lock and load everything. So there'll be a magazine in the magazine well and a round in the chamber. Otherwise, that is an ineffective tool that you're gonna need one time, and you're not gonna be able to use it. You're gonna pick it up and you're gonna hear a click instead of a pew pew. So clean your stuff, have a good time on the range while you're there, wipe it down, then come home, give your babies a good bath, and store everything, in my opinion, store everything loaded. But just keep it up out of the reach of, small children or whoever that doesn't need to be using that or picking it up and just checking it out. Everything needs to be properly stored and secured, but it needs to be ready for you to use it if you need to use it. So that's my 2 cents on those 2 topics, cleaning your stuff and storing it loaded or unloaded. So again, I had a great time on the range today. Could not be more happy with the end result. I love teaching. I love sharing my passion. I love making sure that people know what they're doing and they feel safe and confident when they go home, and that they can pick up their weapon, whatever they're using, whether it be a rifle, a pistol, shotgun, whatever, that they're confident in their ability to do so when they need to use it. That is why I do what I do, and that's That's where my passion is. You know, I love making sure that people are safe. This is kind of what I do. So anyway, thank you for listening. I know this was a long video, it's almost 5 minutes, but clean your stuff, store it ready to be used. And that's me, Sal, Sword and Shield. We're here.